بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعاديات ضبحا. Qalqalah must not be carried out on the lam sakinah. Hence to recite wal, this will be incorrect. When carrying out qalqalah on the word ضبحا, care must be taken to ensure that qalqalah is carried out sufficiently. However, qalqalah should not be overemphasized in a manner that the sukoon on the letter ba is changed into a fathah. فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا. Guidance mentioned after verse number 1 is also applicable in verses number 2 and number 3. فَأَثَرْنَ بِهِ نَقْعًا. When reciting the word فَأَثَرْنَ, the ra sakinah will be pronounced full mouth. However, care should be taken to ensure that the letter tha before the ra sakinah is not pronounced full mouth. Quite often, some pupils recite فَأَثَرْنَ. This is incorrect. When reciting the word bihi, there must be sufficient lengthening on the letter ha due to the kasrah mamdudah, standing kasrah. And when reciting naq'a, qalqalah should be pronounced with clarity, also pronouncing the letter qaf full mouth. However, the sukoon on the letter qaf must not be changed into a fathah. فَوَسَطْنَ بِهِ جَمْعًا. Qalqalah will be pronounced with sufficient clarity on the letter ta. Also, the letter ta will be pronounced full mouth. Hence, the qalqalah will be done in a manner where the ta is also pronounced full mouth. However, the letter before the ta, which is seen, this must not be pronounced like the letter sad. Quite often, some pupils pronounce this letter as sad. Hence, to recite فَوَسَطْنَ will be incorrect. The correct pronunciation is فَوَسَطْنَ bihi. Sufficient lengthening must take place on the letter ha as explained under verse number 4. And when reciting jam'a, there must be no qalqalah made on the mim sakinah. To recite jam'a will be incorrect. Innal insana li rabbihi lakanud. Both the ghunnah on the noon mushaddada and the ikhfa of noon sakinah will be sufficiently lengthened. There must be no qalqalah made on the lam sakinah. These are points that have been emphasized previously. لِرَبِّهِ, sufficient emphasis must be done on the letter ha as per the guidance under verses 4 and 5. And when making waqf on the word lakanud, al-maddul arid will be applicable, which must be sufficiently lengthened to 3 alifs. Also, the qalqalah must be carried out with sufficient clarity. Quite often, pupils either omit the qalqalah or the qalqalah is carried out in a subdued manner. Hence, the correct recitation will be lakanud. Note the letter dal and its pronunciation. It must be pure without pronouncing the letter dal as per the letter D in the English alphabet. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. Ha must be sufficiently lengthened due to the dhamma maqlubah, and when making waqf on lashahid, there will be qalqalah which will be carried out, and this must also be done with sufficient clarity. The same guidance mentioned in verse 6 for the word lakanud will also be applicable here. وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ. When reciting these two words together, care must be taken to ensure that incorrect qalqalah is not carried out on lam sakina. Hence, to recite lihubbil, this will be incorrect. The letter kha must also be pronounced with clarity, and when making waqf on the word lashadid, guidance which has been mentioned under verse 6 and 7 will be applicable. Note, quite often pupils mix up the final word in verse number 7 and verse number 8. So in verse number 7, some pupils recite lashadid when in actual fact the word is lashahid. This requires focus from pupils when memorizing and revising. Teachers must also emphasize this common error. أَفَلَا يَعْلَمُ إِذَا بُعْثِرَ مَا فِي الْقُبُورِ. Qalqalah must not be carried out on the words يَعْلَمُ and بُعْثِرَ on the ayn sakina. This has been previously emphasized. Ma fil qubur. Qalqalah will also not occur on lam sakina. Hence, to recite fil will be incorrect. Finally, the ra sakina when making waqf will be full mouth. Hence, the correct pronunciation will be ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور. When making waqf on the ra sakina, it will be pronounced full mouth as per the guidance under verse 9 and the word qubur. Note, similar to the confusion on the last words of verses 7 and 8, pupils also sometimes confuse the endings of verses 9 and 10. Once again, pupils must memorize and revise with sufficient focus to ensure that errors are not made here. إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. ربهم بهم. Here, ikhfa of mim sakina will take place. A light nasal sound will be made and the lips will be touched gently. This requires mashq, as quite often pupils here do not touch the lips gently, rather harshly. This makes an incorrect sound of the ikhfa of mim sakina. When making waqf on the word lakhabir, as per the rules of tajweed, the ra sakina will be pronounced empty mouth. Hence, to recite lakhabir will be incorrect. Note, the final words in verses 6 to 11 all contain al-maddul ārid. Pupils must ensure that the lengthening of each of these is done sufficiently and consistently to 3 alifs. To achieve consistency, pupils are encouraged to use and move their fingers slowly.